Hello everybody and welcome to Milestone Study. In this video, we are going to talk about IELTS format. Our instructor from Kathmandu, Mr. Animesh, is going to tell you all the details, what are the modules, how IELTS is conducted, the timing, the ways to approach the test, and many more.
So in Milestone Study, our major goal is to let you guys know and make you guys really prepared for the IELTS test for both the academic aspirants as well as the general aspirants. There are basically two forms of IELTS test. One is academic, that's for the people who are aspiring to go abroad for their further studies, whereas general test is for anyone who's trying to encounter their English proficiency. So there are four basic modules in IELTS. That's reading, listening, writing, and speaking, and you'll be judged in a total band score of 9. So we'll start off with reading first. In academic, you'll have three passages. First passage being the easiest one, whereas the last one being the bit tough. And in general reading, you'll have three sections as well. In both the sections, you'll have to encounter 40 questions. So as an instructor, the major suggestion that I would like to give you guys is to complete all the 40 questions as there are no negative markings. So the chances of you getting a great band score depends on how many questions you've attempted. So if you guys attempt 40 questions, there are high chances of you getting a good band score. So the major types of questions in academic writing is multiple choice question. Similarly, you'll have sentence completion where you will give certain sentences and they'll be fill in the blanks and you have to complete the sentences with the reference to the paragraph mentioned in the reading section. Similarly, matching headings is when you have give certain bullet points, you'll be given certain headings and you have to check the relevancy of the headings with the paragraph. So matching heading is all about that. Similarly, you'll have true, false, not given, or yes, no, not given questions. So in that, you need to identify whether the given statement in the question identifies with the paragraph or not. If it identifies totally, your option is likely to be a yes or a true. It does not identify if it disagrees with the opinion in the passage, your answer will probably be no or false. And when the statement is not given in the paragraph, you probably end up writing not given. So the last form of questions in academic reading is usually based on diagram or table. Here you need to complete a certain diagram where different hints are given and you need to identify it in relation with the paragraph and then end up writing or selecting the correct information and complete a certain table or diagram. Similarly, in general reading, it's a bit different from academic reading. You'll have certain questions that are similar to academic reading, like identifying the information, matching the information, giving heading, but you'll have a different form of questions such as short answer, where you need to give a quick short answer, maybe a word or two. Similarly, you'll have to encounter flow chart or pie chart, and then you need to complete it with the information in relevance with the general reading. Make sure that you read the passages carefully and then attempt the questions. And when you attempt the question, make sure you put the correct tenses, the correct grammar, and the correct spelling. So because you'll be judged on the basis of your grammar, spelling, and the correct selection of the options. The second task is speaking. Two tasks. The first one is general personal information when you'll be introducing yourself, giving information out about your likes, dislikes, your hobbies, your current educational background, or whether you're employed. So here you'll be encountering the interviewer where he's asking you information about yourself, and then you'll be given a further discussion time where your certain questions about your hobbies or movies or any your likings, dislikings are asked to make sure when you're introducing yourself, you're giving answers where you can elaborate your answer. When if you're explaining your hobbies, make sure that you're explaining certain things where you have expertise in it and you have the confidence in explaining it in a more elaborative manner. Similarly, in task 2, you'll be given a cue card for a certain topic, and during that, be given sub questions where you're related with the major question. So in this particular task, examiner will not cross question you. So make sure you include all the sub questions and you identify the key details in the questions as well. And the third major task in IELTS is writing. This is one of the most interesting as well as difficult tasks in IELTS because here you're supposed to have a clear vision about what you're expressing, whether that be an essay or describing an image. Basically, there are two tasks. The first one is describing an image where a certain image will be given to you. Images like a bar diagram, pie chart, line graph, or even a table with certain contents in it. The word count for the first task is about 150 words. In the task two of academic writing, you'll have to write an essay. You'll be given certain topic. The topics may be opinionative essay where you are asked to provide your opinion, or essays with advantages and disadvantages where you need to discuss both the context, that is the advantages of a certain thing as well as the disadvantages of certain things, as well as you'll have certain other topics such as agree, disagree, problem solution. And in this task, you'll be given 1 hour of the total time of your exam. So, as an instruction, what my major suggestion for you guys would be to give 20 minutes in task one and 40 minutes in task two of academic writing. Whereas in general writing, you're asked to write a letter. The letter may be to your professor, your friends, your family, describing a certain incident or situation. And this letter, you're supposed to write about 150 words. Similarly, similar with the essay, you'll be given a certain topic and you are supposed to write 250 words. And the last one, listening, this is one of the modules where there are high chances that you score maximum number because you'll have 40 questions and four different parts. In the listening section, you'll come across audios like conversations, dialogues, monologues between people, and you have to identify the key features or key themes of what the conversation is all about. And while attending the questions, similar to reading, you'll encounter questions like matching heading, multiple choice questions, completing the sentence, filling the blanks. You'll have 30 minutes for the four parts. In the four parts, the first part is relatively easier and the last part is a bit tough because in the first part, you'll hear conversations between two people, whereas in the last part, you can hear conversations between 2 to 3 people or 4 people in the most. And similarly, you'll encounter different types of other audios like monologue and dialogues, where a certain professor or a certain individual will be speaking out about certain topic. So even if you don't know about the topic, make sure your whole concentration is on the audio so that you can capture the key words that you need to encounter in the answer section. What our major tip for you guys would be to come across these questions as confident as you can and try to attempt everything that's given in your IELTS test. And if you're finding any difficulties, we're here to help you guys in Milestone Study. So if you guys any queries, please visit our Facebook page Milestone Study, where all your queries will be answered, and we are looking forward to see you soon. Thank you.
Alright, so this is just the glimpse of the IELTS test. If you want to know more in detail, do subscribe to this channel, and also we'll be posting more and more in detail videos regarding IELTS speaking, writings, and listening and reading as well. Stay tuned till then.